YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with an instant analysis on Brooklyn versus the Atlanta Hawks. And the Hawks was able to win their first game. This is a team that we got to keep an eye on because Trae Young being on that trading block is what we've been hearing, even though he's still with the Hawks. And they did lose DeJounte Murray, but they have a lot of young guys that have stepped up, and some guys that's been around on this roster for a while stepped up too. And the Nets gave them a good challenge. The Hawks started off 30-24 against the Nets in the first quarter. The Nets bounced back in the second quarter, outscored them 31-21. The Hawks was able to get their flow going again, and they finished it 32-28. And then the Hawks ended up finishing the fourth quarter 37-33, which gave them a decisive win over a worthy competitor. And the game was interesting, it was fun, and they was able to come out with a victory. Dorian Finney-Smith, 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 8 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 5 personal fouls, 8 points. Cameron Johnson was played 32 minutes. He was 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, negative 10 and plus minus 14 points. And Dennis Schroeder has been a guy that they knew they was going to rely upon offensively. He was 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did get 3 rebounds and 7 assists, 1 steal, 5 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, negative 4 and plus minus 13 points. And Benjamin Simmons only played 24 minutes, got in foul trouble. He had 5 personal fouls in 6 turnovers, and he finished with 3 or 4 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. He had 8 assists. So even though he didn't play a ton of minutes, he still had some type of, impact on this game. 1 block. And then Cam Thomas. This is a guy that we knew had an opportunity to light it up and score a lot of points because nobody scores better than him on the entire Brooklyn Nets team. And that's what they need him to do. And that's what they drafted him for. When we watched Cam Thompson in high school and college, we knew one thing he was going to do successfully if he did make it to the NBA, and that's get buckets. And he has proven that so far. 14 of 27 from the field, 7 of 13 from 3, which is really good. 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. He did get 4 personal fouls. He was negative 8 plus minus, but he finished with 36 points tonight, which is actually the game high. And this is what we expected from him. And the execution of him knowing how to get to his shots and get to his spots, even if it's tough, he's a reliable option out there for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be crazy to see what they do with him, as this team is obviously not competitive enough to win any games. But it's just going to be interesting to see where his career goes as a guy that can really score and be a solid decision maker. So Wilson, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 5 personal fouls plus 4 and plus minus 16 points. Williams was 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal foul plus 5 and plus minus 9 points. Clowney was 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, negative 10 and plus minus 7 points. Nicholas Claxton, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. 3 of them was personal. He had 3 personal fouls plus 7 and plus minus 7 points. And Milton, 0-1 from the field, plus 8 and plus minus. And that was really it. Besides 40 of 91 from the field, they was shot 44%, 17 to 43 from the 3-point line, that's 39%, 19 to 25 from the free throw line, that's about 76%, 43 rebounds, 21 assists, 8 steals, 6 blocks, 17 turnovers, and 32 personal fouls, which is way too much, but that's one of the biggest reasons why they lost. DeAndre Hunter, 3 of 10 from the field for the Hawks, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 1 of them was offensive, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 5 personal fouls plus 10 and plus minus 12 points. Jalen Johnson, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 3 of 8 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 6 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, negative 3 and plus minus 11 points. Capella, 3 of 5 from the field, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 6 points. Trae Young played 37 minutes, 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 14 of 16 from the free throw line. He did end up with 30 points and 12 assists, and he had 5 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 1 steal and 1 block, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 12 and plus minus. It was nothing that Trae Young didn't do tonight, and he helped this team win the game like he usually does. This team is going to go as far as Trae Young can take them, and that's just how it is. They knew that when they drafted him, that he was a system and that he makes guys around him happier and better because he's unselfish, but he also can score and shoot and take over games. Dyson Daniels, Daniels, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 2 of 5 from, wait, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 5 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, plus 7 plus minus 15 points. Onyeka Okongwu was a beast tonight in that dunker spot. 11 of 12 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 4 and plus minus 28 points. Ricochet was 2 of 8 from the field. He did make 1 3. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, plus 1 and plus minus 7 points. Bogdanovich 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. Those was his only attempts. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 3 personal foul, -3 and plus minus 8 points. And Krejci, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 personal foul, -8 and plus minus 3 points. Obviously, they shot 39 of 80, 48%. If you want to score that many points, you got to be efficient. 9 of 28 from three, that's 32%. 33 of 46, 71% from the free throw line. They had 45 rebounds as a team, 25 assists, 12 steals, 9 blocks, 16 turnovers, and only 20 personal fouls. And that's how they got the job done. They just played a smarter brand of basketball, a more disciplined game of basketball, and they made big time shots and big time plays when it mattered most. And that makes a lot of sense, at the end of the day. And it was just good to see their starters actually pan out the way that they thought that they should. And now they just got to figure out how to defend a little bit better. I know that's going to be a problem that's not really fixable with the talent that they have, but they do have to be respectable if they want to get into that play-in conversation or that seventh or eighth seed, even though they're not going to be looked at as a favorite no matter what matchup they get at this point. They still want to be competitive. They still want to be a team that's determined to win as many games as they can. This is basically not going to be a tanking team. So it's always going to look a little weird because they always getting rid of talent. They always hopping off contracts. They always take a forever to sign guys to extensions. And then you kind of wonder, what is we really doing here with Trae Young? And when you give him that max contract, which they did, and they said this is the guy that's going to lead us, that comes with inherent flaws, which you can do offensively and defensively. And you have to build a team that you have to learn how to build with the knowledge that Trae Young gives you and he shows you on and off the court. And then you realize the team really may not be that great. But you only really need one run to go your way to be a champion. And that's the way they have to look at it if they're going to continue to believe that Trae Young can get them to the finals. He got to a conference finals, and it really wasn't that close. But that wasn't even compared to going to an NBA finals. They haven't been able to get back there. They've been stuck, in the middle. And being stuck in that middle is very tough and very brutal because nobody's really trying to help you out because other teams are trying to escape it too. And most teams really don't want to rebuild because you lose some of that revenue. So yeah, at the end of the day, the Hawks are in a tough, brutal situation where the reality is they're not going nowhere. I don't see them being the champion. I don't see them, winning anything significant outside of individual awards, and I just don't see Trae Young winning those outside of the All NBA team and All Star team, which is something that can help you get into the Hall of Fame. But I think he proved his case that he can be a starter in this league. He can help you win games in this league. But Trae Young is not a number one. He can't do it as the best player. I'm not trying to show doubt or show hate. I'm just keeping it real. Like, he's been doing this for years, and it hasn't really led to anything significant outside of one finals appearance in the conference. So they have to figure something out. And a lot of guys was in on Trae Young, and now a lot of people are out on Trae Young. And then you realize under that contract and what you bring into the table and what we need to be able to possibly believe that you can win with us, we have to get rid of so much talent to be able to match that contract. Will we have enough to be able to still win with you, even if we trade for you? And that's the crazy part of having Trae Young sometimes as your franchise leader or your primary decision maker is he's so short and so small and so tiny. He only can really do so much physically, even though he's still a great player, one of the best in the league. Other than that, I ain't really got nothing else to say. The Nets are in a similar situation where they had a bunch of talent and they offloaded it. Now they trying to rebuild for the future. They still got some interesting pieces on this team. They got to be respectable. Obviously, you want people to still show up. He wants people to still enjoy a basketball game, even if they're the worst team that they're going against is going to be better. There's nothing you can do. It's just how the NBA goes, and the Brooklyn Nets shedded enough to where they can get another good lottery pick, and losing is just going to be a part of their nature for the next 2 to 3 years before they try to turn it fully around and try to be back with a younger team that's still probably hungry enough to try to win. They just got to go through them learning curves and them growth spurts, and then they'll be right where they possibly need to be. But they were saying the same thing when they got Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and they actually landed them, and they didn't really get nowhere with them, and they blew that one up so quickly that as soon as they got healthy, it didn't really do anything because they are off the roster. So hopefully they can learn from that. They went through the same thing with Darren Williams and Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. They landed some big names, they landed some big players, and they just didn't do anything significant, just like the Hawks. So we'll see which team is able to put together a better roster in the future. But it's just something interesting to note for these two fan bases going into the playoff, going into the regular season as they did today, and is trying to make the playoffs in the future. And it's just going to be an ugly ride sometimes. But if you want something, you got to work for it, and that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, for some people that got a bad hand, you got to get that dealt to you. You might get some cards that you can play with and win with, and you just got to figure out how to do that sometimes. And both of these teams in that same situation. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I make videos just like this, breakdowns, tributes with current players, legends of the game. I also do other type of content and podcasts on this channel. Also, if you've been already on this channel, you love what I do, continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to remember to watch some videos that you may seen or you may have missed. Check the channel frequently so you can be up to date on all my opinions and all my thoughts and all my analysis on the NBA as itself. If you love NBA content, this is the channel for you. Most people would say that. And other than that, I'll see you guys later with that Suns video.